one of the first things that a person needs to do is they need to kind of make peace with their achievements. I mean, they made it to the top level, or likely if they're an elite athlete, but there's always going to be a sense of I could have done more. And so making sure that, especially when a career ends abruptly and they didn't have the opportunity to, they kind of need to make peace that, hey, we got there. This is not, yes, it just didn't happen. That being said, I still accomplished a lot. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that does not happen overnight. That is something that has to be worked on, and staying connected, or actually maybe even working with a coach or a counselor to get through that would be helpful. As far as the not being able to get out of bed, you do need to screen folks that are transitioning out of sport for depressive symptoms, and if they are developing some of those biological symptoms of depression that we talked about before, then it would be really good to get them a referral to seek some professional help.
And also just being able to fit into your family system,
Mhm.
because you've really been the one that everybody's been around in terms of it was all about your games and your schedule and you sleeping and you eating, and it was centered around you. And now you're coming in and integrating into somewhat just being on the family team versus being the star.
Focus on family is super important because they're your core. Blood's thicker than water, and so you have to recognize that whether you're a mother or father or brother, sister, aunt, uncle, these people do look up to you, but they're your unit. So that is definitely like basically the number one thing to start to focus on as far as how you integrate and stay on a good schedule, and really maybe shine more of the light on the other folks, especially the kids, to make sure that they're getting the enrichment that they need. One of the things that probably would be a really good idea for an athlete to do would be to keep a journal and to write down a lot of the accomplishments they've had both in and out of sport. And just as a reminder, one of who they are, what they've achieved, but that's not just all them. And so by doing that, by actually writing it down and figuring out what some of their other interests are, it'll be a lot easier for them to integrate into society outside of sport. Because they'll be able to know, oh yeah, I did have that interest. Because a lot of them will think that that's all that there is. But by keeping the journal, not only does it help with the current part, but also with the past, because you can reflect on all the stuff that you've accomplished and be a reminder. It's a nice confidence booster.